Set your butane torches to high and your expectations to low. Coming to you live from Just the Tip Cigars in the hills of the Steel City. Get ready to get your fix. This is the Cigar Junkies Podcast. Welcome to the Cigar Junkies Podcast, a cigar show for the community by the community. A forum to talk stogies, booze, food, and anything else in the cigar lifestyle. If you're looking for ratings, negativity, reviews, or an authority on all things cigars, you came to the wrong place. Whether you like what you hear or not, please join the conversation and let us know by finding us at the Cigar Junkies Facebook group or emailing us at thecigarjunkies@gmail.com.
What's up, junkies?
I'm Corey.
I'm Sam.
And I, unfortunately, am Jason.
That is quite unfortunate. And we are the Cigar Junkies. And if you're hanging out with us, that means you are too. And if you haven't yet, you should be doing the things like subscribe, share, all the platforms. Be the Troy Harper of your community. You know what I mean? Grow a big beard and support 1980s metal.
Stuff that you like.
He likes the metal. He does the stuff that he supports. He likes that stuff. That's what I hear. Be like Jesse R. Campbell and hang out in the chat room. Let us know what you guys think. And we could say weird stuff about your name too. You don't know. Like you're missing all the good actions, I think, you know?
Yeah.
So while Sam lights it, we could find out what we're smoking this week from Leaning House.
Ryan says somehow he has closed captions on for the podcast.
Yeah, mine too.
So this should be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like auto or something.
From Leaning House.
Leaning House Fine Cigars.
It's time for the Cigar of the Week, brought to you by Leaning House Fine Cigars. The Leaning House is your destination for the ultimate cigar smoking experience. Whether you're exploring their wide selection of premium cigars, unwinding in their comfortable lounge, or enjoying live music on one of the most unique and intimate live music venues in the burg, the house has something for everyone. Do you want to try the stick we're smoking today? Stop by leaninghousefinecigars.com or visit Dave in Bell Vernon or Heidi in Brownsville. Wherever you are, make the house your home for premium cigars.
Eric was not taken aback. Eric's the one that told him that he had him. He's the one that found him. Hey. We are smoking the Flor Dominicana 1994 because we couldn't afford to get anything newer. It is the 5x52 Conga. Everybody Conga. So there's already conflicting information here because usually LFD is Dominican.
Yeah.
But it appears to have a San Andreas wrapper. Oh. Things just got interesting. Dun, dun, dun. Mm-hmm. However, the binder and filler are both from the Dominican Republic, if that makes you feel a little bit better. The 1994 cigar is blended by brand founder Lido Gomez in the Dominican Republic. It debuted in 2014, so it's only 10 years old, as the commemoration of the 20th anniversary of La Flor Dominicana, affectionately known as LFD.
Oh, yes.
Just because it's a lot less syllables. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot easier to say, a lot less mistakes to be made.
A lot of syllables in the cigar world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
7, in fact.
Hey, look at you.
Did you really sit here and count them in your head so that you could respond back with that?
That's correct.
Good for you. Good for you.
That's what we do here. He's in there. He's a 1, 2,
No. La, flu,
Why is it French?
That's not French.
No, when he did
Sorry.
it was.
Yeah,
he went fleu instead of flo.
Because I was trying to simultaneously make fun of him
you
and
didn't
not,
make
and
the-
it didn't. It wasn't a great blend. It didn't work out.
If it was Spanish, it'd be flor.
Brrr. How many syllables does the brrr count as? Like, is it each one of those?
17.
17.
Hey.
Never
I'll
mind.
take it.
I'm not getting kicked off Facebook again.
Jeez. I'm going straight to Jason. How's your week? Or 3?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Straight to me.
Straight to you. I like to put you on the spot.
3 weeks. It has been a little while since I've been here.
The show's been very productive for some reason.
I went fishing a couple times.
Yeah.
Which was nice. Went up to Erie, fished for some steelhead.
Nice.
Caught a big fat one.
How delicious was it?
And he fished.
I didn't eat it. Gave it a kiss, threw it back.
You take it down to Poor Richards, you get a replacement, take it home already cooked and ready to go. It's worth it. It's
I guess so.
so good.
And Poor Richards is just right down the damn street.
Hey, you flew right back at it. If I'd have said I caught a fat one, there ain't no way you'd have kept talking about fish.
Yeah, but when it's him, I knew he meant a fish. With you,
Oh, no.
a little less.
And then yesterday, I took my son to Sewickley Creek. There's a little waterfall where it's a good fishing spot there, and we were fishing for smallmouth bass, and it was funny because I was teaching him how to cast, right? So he goes, and
That's funny.
by the time he gets it himself, I'm like, okay, I'll pick my pole up and throw the line in, and first cast pulled a fish out.
Nice.
He was like, what? What
do I do?
You just, that was your first time. I was like, yeah, happens.
Yeah.
And so I pulled that out, took that picture, gave him a kiss, threw him back in the water. Second cast, pulled another one out.
Oh, now you're just being rude.
So yeah, now I'm just being rude. And then, so like 3 or 4 more casts, and I was like, here, Joey, use this fishing pole.
He pulled the old switcheroo and caught one on your boy's rod, didn't you?
No, I just set the rod
100%
down.
done that.
I set the rod down, and I'm like, okay, cast with this one. It's a little easier. I'll show you where to cast that. And then he caught one, and he was like, oh my God, I need this. I need this.
Losing it, huh?
Oh man, as soon as he felt that fish on there, I saw it.
Over.
It light up. It was awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
I've never seen joy in Jason's face like I've seen in pictures of him with a fish on the line. Even a little fish. He just looks exuberant.
What's all the comments on his post? All were like, you look so happy.
Lauren Rose says, good morning, Jason.
Lauren Rose?
Yeah, that sounds like something like a 19-year-old girl would order at the bar.
That sounds like one of my best friend's wives.
Oh, there you go.
Indeed.
Is that
Hello,
how
Lauren.
he got her? Was he 19 and ordered her at the bar?
He missed context on that.
Yeah,
He didn't
that's
hear the
fair.
first
Oh,
comment.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Don't try and catch up on it. It's not worth rehashing either.
No, it wasn't. It was just talk. It wasn't good talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'll have that. So how was your week?
I was good. But just to verify, are we done? Did you have anything else wriggling in your hands over the last 3 weeks other than the fish?
Yeah, no.
Okay, cool. Week was all right. Week was all right. Little crazy in some places. Work yesterday, not bueno. Not going to talk about that. Show last night, really good and really bad.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Played at the Circle Inn, which is an awesome spot. Really liked playing there. So, I don't know why, man. I don't know when the technical difficulties are ever going to go away. I use an in-ear monitor, and it interferes, like, whenever I play music off my Bluetooth to the PA during breaks and stuff, my monitor will disrupt the Bluetooth, so I have to turn it off so that the Bluetooth music plays clearly. So I'm getting, like, all of this static in my ear, and I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm, like, just assuming, okay, maybe something's interfering with my monitor. I even tried changing channels in between sets and stuff. No bueno. So we make it to the second to last song before I finally find the problem. It's the XLR cable coming out of Nick's amp into the PA, into the mixer, is shot. And so we played a 3-hour show, right? We were played from 7 to 10. It was actually like 10:15 when we found the problem.
Oh, man.
And it's like, oh, man. But here's the worst thing about it is, I think it's the best singing performance I've ever had in my life. Like, I was hitting everything. And even at the end, like, we played Journey faithfully to close, and I'm like, I could hold this note forever. I'm like really proud of myself, but I'm, mad because the sound quality isn't what it should be.
You ate your O's and not owed your A's, right?
I ate my O's. I think that's what he said. So and then the other thing was, this girl comes up to us like very early and asks us to play a song. And I was like, she said, yeah, it's something about liking older women. And I was like, I need more. And she's like, it's called Your Love. And I was like, okay. And so I type it up. And like, Nick isn't interested in trying to do that stuff, So like we finish out. And I'm like, go ahead, Nick, unpack. I got you muted. I'm going to try this. And he's like, all right. He's like, that song's really high. And so I roll out with the, just see the big far away. Except for last night, I could actually sing it. I don't want to lose your love tonight.
Oh, my God.
I just want to use you. And I was killing it, except for when I got to the bridge, and I'm like, I don't think I've ever heard a bridge on this song. So there's like, play G, and I'm like, I'm just going back to the chorus because that's what people do. But it was a great time. They paid us well. The place got super busy, like late.
Yeah.
Early, there was nobody there, which usually we're frustrated because people want us to play like 9 to midnight. We're like, you want us to play at an open, like empty bar? I was like, dude, we should have started an hour later. This would have been. I'd like to be partying with these people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anywho's.
Yeah.
Your week?
Mine was a bit chaotic towards the end. I had Thursday, I had the 1781 golf event. We were out there. And then Friday.
So pissed I haven't made it to one of those yet, man. I've just been, I work. Every time you have that stinking event, I work.
It's is what it is. It's the third Thursday of the month.
Every time he has any event.
Yeah, it does seem to be.
He picks them around my schedule. He was like, I want to make sure that bald man did not show up.
Yeah, so we had that, and then
1781's my usual golf score.
Nice. So Ryan's a professional. So we went from, I had that Thursday, and then Friday we were awarded Best of Pittsburgh again, so we got first place in that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, see, everybody
Appreciate you.
was giving you the congratulations is on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I was hesitant because I was looking at the post and I'm like, I don't know. I don't see the winner thing on there.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, I don't know if he actually won or not. So I'm going to wait until I find out.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we so Friday, Jason that works here, his wife, Brittany, and I went down to Stage AE and got to hang out for that. So that was a good night.
What kind of hippies were you?
No. This one was glitz and glam. So I had to wear a sport coat. I'm not used to that.
Did you wear your bedazzled cowboy hat?
No, she told me I didn't have to be a rhinestone cowboy for it.
That would have been
So we had that Friday, and then yesterday we had the Italian festival down in Washington. I
can tell.
It was a good day, but yeah. Dude. Yeah, we'll get back to that.
That was my favorite post. I was like, I don't think Weak Fish made this post.
No.
because it came up as a notification and it's in my bar. It just says, I'm going to get fat today or something. And I was like, that's an interesting choice, Mike.
It already smells like someone's gaining weight today. Dude, it's 8:30 in the morning and I can smell like, because there's like 9 restaurants all cooking in this little booth area where they're at. And the smell of the Italian sausage is just wafting at me all morning.
And then the guy
by like
zipped
10
up
o'clock,
and-
I'm starving. And then, it was a really good time. Torrential downpour for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's the only rain we had. The new event tent was fantastic. It worked out great. Definitely, you weren't going to miss it. So that was awesome. But no, overall, just a really good day. So cool. And then, back to junkying it up, and thank you for a little bit of assistance this morning. I got everything almost cleaned up from yesterday already. So
you know what, Sam? It's my pleasure.
Today's going to be low key for me.
You could tell Jason rolled in with like a few weeks off because he everybody pulled into the parking lot before me, which is weird because I usually come in and this is empty.
Hell, there's been a couple times I wasn't here yet.
And I wasn't late. Everybody else was early. Yeah. Like I was still here before 9 o'clock. And then Jason rolls in. We're set up by 9:07. Like 9:07. We're normally, when Jason and I are here together, it takes longer to set up the show than when I set it up myself. But 9:07, we're ready to go. He's organized and stuff. You got him running back and forth. He's making coffee.
You know why that is? Because we come in here, we set everything up, and neither of us said a word.
Mm-mm. That's where you're wrong. I noted that you didn't say a word. I said lots of words, but they were all just like random. We weren't actually conversing.
Sure.
One of those just random talk. Yeah.
Because you never see me quiet, except for that one time. And what happened? I passed out. I literally passed out from not being able to speak.
If I'm not speaking, I must be sleeping.
It's pretty much no. Because sometimes I do that at the same time too.
Yeah, that was funny because at one point in time he was like, "See, is he passed out?" And there's Corey just sitting there like this, sweat rolling down his head, like,
oh, okay,
like somebody like just hit him with a bucket of water.
It was what's I don't remember what the guys' names are. Keenan and Peele.
Oh, Keenan Peele.
Peel, yeah.
Is that the one where the
Yeah.
sweat is pouring down the dude's face when they're asking him the question? Dude, that's 100%. I didn't know you could do that in real life.
Oh, yeah.
It was pouring off of me.
Oh God, that reminded me. The Key and Peele thing reminded me of the one where they're in like the three-way Mexican standoff, where he turns into the gun at the end.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
other one turns into a blueberry pie.
Oh, so what are your thoughts on the cigar so far?
Little tough on the draw. Not like bad draw. Not a bad draw, but it's a little bit of a tight draw. Very earthy. The burn's relatively clean. It's smoking just a little faster than I'd like it to because I think it's a good cigar. I kind of want to smoke it for a while. I don't think I'm making it to the end of the show.
Yeah.
But with that being said, so far, I'm very happy with the taste of very salty, earthy components to it and enjoyable. You?
I can't taste shit. I'll throw my quarter in on that. I can't taste it at all. I smoked way too many cigars yesterday.
Oh man,
I think I smoked 5 or 6 call to arms, like just that one cigar. And I smoked a lot of other stuff too. So yeah, it was a lot. Jay, what's yours opinions
There
of
you go,
it?
buddy. That one's on me.
Thank you. Appreciate
it's
that.
it's all right. It's not a bad cigar. It's smoking fine. It's constructed well. It's mild.
Mhm.
It's super mild. It's a decent like morning cigar. It goes well with the coffee.
What is 30 years old?
Yeah, this is I wouldn't call it mild as
Yeah.
far as like if I was describing it to somebody. For your palate, yeah, more on the mild side.
Yeah.
But there's,
It is the San Andreas wrapper.
yeah, so it's going to have that chocolatiness to it and all that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Jason, how far in are we? Or on the live?
We're pulling from Facebook this time,
Oh,
boys.
100%.
Yeah.
I had to do that for last week's show because when I went in and cleaned everything up, when I got home, I accidentally deleted the video file, I think. So I had to download it off of Facebook to post it to YouTube. Yeah. Wait, but I had the audio file. Like I don't forget to push the audio button. Here we go. Oh, you looked like you were about to explode.
I was about to sneeze, but I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was a
It
sneeze
still
or a
might
cough.
come. Here it goes.
There it is.
Yeah. God bless
Nope.
you.
Nope. You mayonnaised me.
Yeah.
By the way, we need to get timestamp of that and remember that we now have a snippet of Jason saying, I may come. So that's
Did I say that?
yeah, you
I
did.
think it said
So.
it may.
It came out enough like I that we can twist it. We're
might.
having fun with it.
That's like that.
That's always
it's
what
all
you
you
hear.
hear.
That's like that clip of Trump where he's like, "I'm gonna come."
Oh yeah. Don't come. Don't come.
That's funny too because
I'm getting
when
chem.
you say it, it sounds like you have to sneeze too. So just get them at the same time.
no.
I'm gonna come at you.
Oh,
You know,
man.
there are plenty of comedians that do a really good Donald Trump impression.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Several of them.
that just changed my
And
whole thought pattern on what a sneeze guard is at a buffet. By the way,
And I wish, God dang it, and I wish I could
Did you hear
do
that catch? That was nice.
a good Donald Trump impression. I really do. I would do it constantly. I would just walk around talking like
Then we're all
yeah.
glad that you can't do it.
absolutely.
probably.
You know why he caught it?
Why's that?
Because he has the high ground right now. Because you slummed it up first, and he's gonna strut. He's like, yeah. I don't have the potty mouth today. Sam
yeah.
messed up. I'm gonna hold my moral superiority over him.
Thank you for explaining that. I was completely lost as to what you were referring to. I was like, what? Wait.
Well, it
sounds like
it's
most
all
of our
right.
show.
I was a little cranky this morning, and I'm kind of in a better mood now.
yeah.
So
Were you a Grumposaurus?
I was a little grumpsaurus this morning. Yeah, a little grumpy. However,
It explains the productivity.
my wife, to really, really, really just go off on a tangent here.
Get it.
My wife, her eyelid is infected, and it looks like
Should have used a sneeze card.
Unfortunately, I'm in the same place, and that's why I just stopped. And I was like, no, not getting there on that
I
one.
had to do it.
So
But,
anyway,
it looked like kind of like she was having an allergic reaction. So last night, right before dinner, I made grilled cheese and tomato soup, which was friggin' excellent. I'm a good cook. she took 2 Benadryl, and Benadryl like really, really, really affect her.
Oh,
And by
Jason
the time,
got lucky.
no, by the time we were done eating, and about a half hour after, she's like, I'm going to bed. She was like a little drunken pirate walking up the stairs. Yeah.
Nope, we're not going. Nope. Rabbit hole complete. We should stop. I was gonna keep going with where our minds had gone, but I'm gonna respect you on that one, bud.
That's all right. My mind went there too.
Okay.
I think you just invented a new move. The drunken pirate.
No, that one already exists.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, you finish, kick her in the shin. She bounces around. Arr, arr,
There's a lot of kicking
arr.
involved in these moves.
Ryan said, I also deleted the comment I was typing. like, yeah, we'll let it go.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was the meme with the trigonometry in my head. And I was like, is there any way any of these things that I am about to say are not going to come back and bite me in the ass?
You're like,
and,
nope.
And I was just like, nah, I'm going to pass out.
What's
I'm
funny?
gonna pass out.
What's funny? Because in the ass is probably what you were thinking.
It is now.
I don't like how many thumbs up we're getting from that section today. That's all I'm saying.
Speaking of in the ass.
Right? Interesting. And Lauren said she's learning a lot.
That's not good. That's not good.
Lauren's known me for like 22 years.
My condolences. So.
Yes. So.
I have no idea. Okay, there's the live count. So it's like trying to figure out where we are in this show that isn't being recorded that we'll figure out
It's
later.
being
on.
recorded.
So the problem is though, now we're 28 minutes in. How long before we started actually doing the show? That's the question. Because it's like 5 minutes before then. I'm going to be doing math to try to figure out where this ends. But it's fine.
It's not very long. I think I hit.
That's what she said.
Womp womp.
Let's go, baby.
28 minutes into the show, I think we've talked about cigars for like 35 seconds.
Yes.
No, Shannon, we've discussed it. Ass does not count as a offense for getting a quarter.
No, yeah. Got excited for a second. So I need you to look at the cigar news real quick and just tell me.
Yeah, we did all those last week.
Nikes. So here's what happened.
I was getting ready to make fun of you for it when you started the news,
Yeah.
but I had that all queued up. But since you went the direct approach,
No, so here's what happened. I'm doing the show notes yesterday in my little window before going off to do the gig, and so I'm start putting in the new news, and I was like, I don't think we read any of these ones last week. Maybe we skipped the news. Like I thought we did it, but maybe that was 2 weeks ago. So I just hit undo and left the same ones because I'm like, I don't think we talked about any of this. But then I was scared because maybe we did.
Yeah.
We did all of them.
Hall of Fame by David Ortiz. I told you that I had a customer that I was going to get a box of those for the Molotov. I told you they were cool because you can just pull the end off of them. Padron, we talked about the 60th.
Did I drink last week?
Getting it.
I don't remember any of this.
And then Forged AJ.
Cool. That's fine. We could figure it out.
I can tell you guys about it.
Yeah.
Cohiba releases the Weller by Cohiba 2024.
That's one of the things I was going to put on there.
Yeah.
Cohiba is releasing a new expression in their ongoing partnership with Weller Bourbon. Weller by Cohiba 2024 is a limited edition cigar that features tobacco aged in the same barrels as Weller's full proof bourbon.
I know a place you can get them.
Is it here?
It will be.
Oh, are you going to have them?
Yeah.
I really want to try that.
Me too, actually. That's one of the more requested cigars.
Looks like a really, really, really nice cigar. Oh, one of my favorites.
That's just a size change.
Oh, it's a size change.
Yeah, see, that's the problem, and that's why you got to filter through. Here, I do have one. It's a cigar
thing.
you cannot
Size
get here. It's going to be expensive, and it's not going to be good until it's sat in your humidor for 2 years.
Okay.
The long-awaited Fuente Opus X Edición de la Sociedad. I don't know. That's Sociedad? Sociedad?
Sociedad, yeah.
There you go. You're leaning over like I'm messing up. AKA the
there was
Opus
a lot
X
more syllables the first
Society. 17 is set to be launched on Saturday, October 19th. The launch would take place at a red carpet style world premiere party at Tabadon Cigar Lounge in Miami, Florida. Fuente Cigars for many. I know. No, but I was reading it and it says, I read Manny. It's Manny Iriade, but I was reading Opus Cigars for many irritate.
Yeah. I mean, two things can be true.
The wallet. Anyhow, there's a new one coming out. It's got blue and yellow. So there you go, guys.
Yeah.
That's stuff. That's probably. Oh, there you go. Go ahead, Jason. I've done Las Calaveras in the cigar news like a lot since we started this show.
Yeah, this one's
because it's a yearly release.
Yeah.
The Las Calaveras Edición Limitada 2024 LC52 for the 11th release of the Las Calaveras, Crowned Heads created a blend made entirely of Nicaraguan tobacco, which makes that a Nicaraguan Puro.
Ooh.
I'm learning. John Huber, co-founder of Crowned Heads, says it reminds him of the 2015 released.
At least everybody's equally as bad at me as reading on the reading. You know,
Well, then it stopped there, and I had to click on another page to get that other word. The post Las Calaveras Edición Limitada 2024 LC52 appeared first on Half Wheel. What's Half Wheel?
Half Wheel is a cigar industry news website.
Yep.
Gotcha. So this is going to be a new. Oh my goodness!
New
He was like,
offering
man,
from
the rest of
Crowned
this
Heads.
news is blocked by a paywall.
Ugh, gross.
Ew.
So we're looking at.
Hey, here at the Cigar Junkies podcast, you're never locked behind a paywall.
No, you get exactly what you pay for. Nothing.
Yeah. Except for that one person who gave us some stars or whatever on Facebook that's still lost in the
That's
ether.
Jeffrey Poole. Yeah, we're never.
You know what the
getting that
funny
money.
part about that is?
We're poor and could use that $30.
So that $30 just went out into the ether and met us like, thanks, dummy.
Mine. Yep.
Oh yeah. You got what's the Zuckerberg's out there like, thanks boys, rolling up them that $30 and doing stuff with it. We were reading.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing it with $30
simultaneously. Well, it could contribute. You know,
that's true.
and I heard the word limitada, and all I could think of was the little taco dog from Taco Bell.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah, it's like how's your whatever, and he's a grande. And all I could think was, how's your Spanish? And I'm like, that's my response, limitada.
Limitada. Yeah.
Mi español es mierda, way.
That too.
I need to throw a quarter in for that one.
Oh yeah, that good?
Yeah.
Yeah, my Spanish is no, señor, no. That's about it.
There was a group of Mexican dudes at the bar last night, and none of them spoke a lick of English. And we're either friends or something really bad. I don't know, because I was sign languaging with them and having a grand old time. It's nice because it's cool to hang out with a group of people that can't tell when you say stupid stuff. You know what I mean? And that's like a super.
One of them spoke English, and they just acted like
I
they
was
did.
going to say
One of them
100%.
totally spoke English.
No, because I know the faces. I know the faces of whenever I say something, and people. That's the face. That's one of them. You see what I'm saying? Like, that face did not come up. Like, they were all just smile, like, not like amused smiles, just like polite smiles. People don't give me those. That doesn't happen.
Unless they want you to think that they don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
No, they would have. They were, by the
honest
way,
to God,
very bad at pull, all of them.
By the time I was done working in South America, that was me.
Yeah.
I would just sit there and smile at people and nod my head, and I'm like, I understand every word you're saying.
But I'm going to act like I don't because I
Right.
don't want to converse with you right now because I'm tired.
He's like, you just keep bringing me these trash bags of empanadas.
Well, yeah, I could understand them very well.
Yeah.
But like if I had to respond, I was like, yeah, low.
Couldn't put it together, but
she's got it.
say, yeah.
Mama said.
Mama said.
Mhm.
Alligators are so ornery because they ain't got so many teeth and no toothbrush.
Yeah. I think that's where Christian Roa gets his cigar brands from.
Why?
Medulla oblongata?
This is your orientation. Okay. Yes.
Right?
What?
Because
Is there-
that's the real reason that alligators are so ornery.
That's
That's because of the medulla oblongata. And that's CLE cigars. They have the medulla and the oblongata, but no toothbrush. This is a horrible show.
It's not good.
No.
It's not great.
All right. Let's turn to our savior, the tobacconist. Say something about cigars.
They're long.
Dude, I don't have it today at all. I'm not even trying to act like I do.
You're in good company.
I'm shot. The last couple days were just 200 mile an hour. That's why I wanted to get those cigars put away so I could just sit on the couch and be done.
Should be able to reach back there and pull the string and just.
There's a snake in my boots.
What?
Eric, get out of his boots.
Somebody poisoned the water hole. No? Toy Story?
Oh, yeah.
Woody?
No,
the
yeah.
whole pulling this.
No.
Okay.
You're putting a lot in the bank for Eric over there. I would.
I'm getting coffee. Figure it out.
You know what? I could use some.
I put it on you, and now you're running away. That's kind of sucky. You do not want to leave the show in my hands. I can tell you that right now.
Just black.
Yeah.
My coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. You smoke any cigars while you were gone for 3 weeks, Jason? Like while you were doing any fishing?
I took a grip of cigars up with me to Erie when I went fishing.
How many is it a grip? I'm unfamiliar.
About 8.
Okay.
I was there for 3 days. I took about 8 cigars with me. And I cleared out a bunch of the Drew Estates stuff that I had from the barn smoker.
Okay.
So it was some undercrowns. I took a flying pig with me. You know what? I've got some cigar related stuff.
Hey, somebody. Fine. It's about time. It only took us 39 minutes.
It was actually a conversation that Sam and I had a couple weeks ago. I think I either stayed after the show or I had stopped in here at some point. But do you remember I said, so I went to my sister's house, and Samantha, if you're listening, but you're probably not. I went to my sister's house
the other day,
and I took one of the flying pigs, the H99 flying pigs. With me.
Yeah.
When I go to my sister's house, she is the flying pig.
Oh, God. I'm sorry, Corey's sister.
I'm going to enjoy reading that on my captions. So, you took the flying pig.
Wow,
What happened with said flying pig?
And I was like, man, this would be really cool. It's a limited edition cigar. I, give it to my brother-in-law who likes cigars.
Good person.
Yeah,
too.
I like sharing my cigars with people. And
we know.
I gave it to him. And
your date with RJ?
Oh, yeah, okay. I gave it to him, and he hated it.
Oh, no. You're
He took like 3 or 4 puffs off it, and he was like, ah. And I'm like, oh, no. That I could have smoked that.
If you left it in the bathroom, you still could have.
Oh, probably could have.
Yeah.
No,
That's a shame.
that's always a terrible feeling when you're like,
Shame.
I love this cigar. You hate it. Like it's
Those pigs are good too, and they last a relatively long time for their size.
For a cigar that's like 4 inches long.
I don't even know if it's that. That's with the little tips on the end.
Right. It's a chunk. It's a little pig.
yeah.
But that thing smokes forever.
Yeah.
You get a good 45 minutes an hour out of that thing for sure.
You guys aren't doing Barn Smoker this year, are you?
No. Oh, it's like down in Tennessee.
Kentucky.
There were a couple of them still.
Yeah.
The family reunion was in Kentucky, and I really wanted to go. I did not get the approval from the wife. I'm like, but we could stay in a castle.
Oh, that's the castle one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
family
you
reunion.
and I talked about that, and I was like, yeah, that would be really dope. Ryan says, 8 cigars in 3 days. What do you do for the other 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Honestly, so the first day I had smoked, I took, so a lot of what in my humidor I have an abundance of is Luciano and Drew Estates. So I took, I don't know where I have like a box worth of underrateds.
Yeah, it's because you bought a box to get that lighter.
Oh, that's right.
You bought a box of them, bud.
I thought I bought like just a bunch of singles.
You just got
you
promoted to
because there was
Jason's accountant.
I want to say if you bought the box, I think the deal was you got the box, 10 cigars, and the lighter.
That's right.
I think that was the promo we were running. Like,
And I didn't have enough room in my humidor for the box, so
So you
I
just
emptied it all out in. Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha now. Well, thanks for
I think I have like a box worth. That's because you bought a box.
When I go into my humidor, there's a box.
What's that?
When I go into my humidor, there's a box. That's it.
There's nothing in it.
An
It's just
empty
a box.
Yeah, that's what my humidors are. It's
Anyhow,
just
like,
empty boxes.
I had the experience like we had up at the barn smoker.
You got really hot.
No. Although it was warm. I got to the end of the day. I'd had like 3 cigars that day, and the last cigar I had on the second day was the Undercrown, and I got about this far into it and was like, it's too much. I have had too much cigar today.
We are very different people.
Oh, dude.
I've been there, but it takes more than you took with you.
Well, so last night I contemplated stopping and taking a nap on my way home from the Washington Festival. Like I was just cooked. Like I get home, take a shower, I get out of my office to like unwind for a minute.
You shut your mouth, Ryan.
Clement.
Yeah.
But no, so I get down there and I'm like, I'm gonna have a little, like I was gonna grab a spark plug and just be like, all right, chill out in the office. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I really want a cigar, but I really want to just go to bed. And I also really don't need another cigar today. Like
Survey says
I
smoke
put
a
double
cigar.
digits up, like double digits yesterday. I don't know how many cigars I smoked yesterday. It was that kind of day. So I'm like, I ended up not smoking one, thankfully, because I would have fallen asleep with it. But, you were talking about somebody not liking a cigar that you gave them.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a guy come to the 1781, not this past one, the one before, and he's like, I want to try different stuff. Like, what do you have that's just weird and off the wall compared to what I normally smoke? And I was like, well, you know, I had the 3 blends by Veritas and I had the Feathered Serpent. And I was like, try these 2. I'm like, they're both grassy, real earthy, all that. So he came back this one. He goes, so the 2 you gave me last time, I was like, yeah. He's like, gross.
Really?
Like, really? He's like, gross and gross. And the guy that runs the thing up there, he kind of turns around. He's like, oh yeah. And I was like, dude, it's fine. It's like asking a vegan how their steak was. Like, he just doesn't have any taste. I get it. Dude looked at me and he was like, wait, what? Like, it took him a minute. I'm like, no, it's just not your thing. Like, I told you when I gave them to you, like, those are both really grassy cigars, especially Candela. Like, there doesn't seem to be much middle ground on Candela. You either like it a lot or you can't stand it.
Can we make a Candela and call it Gracias?
With a shaggy foot? Yep.
I
like that.
That Flying Serpent cigar is awesome. And yes, it is. It tastes like you're mowing the lawn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But the Veritas is like you mowed horse crap the whole time. Like, it's just pure barnyard, man. Just hay, seed, and cow manure or horse poop.
Dude,
it's awesome.
I was going to say, I'd actually really like that.
Oh, it's awesome. I love it. That's I found out the distributor was having problems even getting any more of them in. And I was like, well, how many boxes do you have left? She's like, we've got like 25. And I was like, I'll take all of them. She's like, wait, really? I'm like, yeah, no, I want, like, I don't, if you can't get them and you don't know when they're coming back in, give me all of them. She's like, they sell that well for you? I was like, no. I just want to make sure I always have them. Like, I love that cigar.
Right.
That's like the Clovis from Romacraft. That's the first box of cigars that I got in and was like, "No, this one's going home." Like it's not even making it to the shelf.
It's a weird name, bro. Clovis. Sounds like somebody's cousin from West Virginia. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Find out what Clovis it actually is now. Now I'm curious. I never looked into what it actually was.
Oh God!
You're thinking of Cletus.
Well,
Cletus.
that's his cousin.
Cletus and Clovis, huh? They're
I
down.
watched the hell out of that show.
Hey, you know it's getting to be their time of year. Gonna be pumpkin everywhere. No, that's not it. Oh, the bottom one.
City. Agricultural city. That's probably
Yeah.
where you come from. New Mexico.
Yeah, because that's the symbol. So Clovis is about a prehistoric culture in the Americas.
Yeah.
Because that's that type of arrowhead is what's on the box.
Yeah,
So
Clovis culture, prehistoric
yeah.
culture in the Americas. The Clovis culture is an archaeological culture from the
Paleolithic
Paleo-Indian.
Indian.
Paleo-Indian, there you go, period of North America, spanning around 13,050 to 12,075 years before present.
Okay.
Interesting.
I think the description of this show should just be the cigar junkies try to read.
The cigar junkies try.
That's all.
Who
works for
don't
me.
be Honix will work it for me.
That's right. Was that Canadian version?
No, if you actually phonetically read the word hooked, it's
Say-
hooked.
Yeah, it sounds Canadian to me.
Who could?
Hooked. Hooked on P. Honix will work it for me.
Indeed.
There it is. There it is.
Sorry, you're right. It did.
Uh-huh. So I know Jason saw. Did you ever see the game that I sent you? Heroes of Arcadia.
So I opened it up, got interrupted, never went back. I got the gist of it though. That was
I'm super excited about that game.
It's a drinking game.
Oh, bro.
and that's the problem. It's like,
But-
I
but
can't do
here's the
drinking games.
cool- Yeah, but I think it's a controlled drinking game because you're trying not to drink. You know what I mean? But so just for reference for the people that don't understand, this is a game that's like a tabletop game, like RPG, right? Supposed to be kind of Dungeons and Dragons,
Like a dungeon crawler. Yeah.
You use a D20 dice to like to decide what happens and stuff. But your character piece on the board game, instead of like a little thimble or a race car, is your beer glass, and it has all these lines on it that represent your health meter. And so if you get into a battle with someone and they do 20% damage to you, that's where you have to drink down to 20 on your glass. Here's the coolest part. If they kill you, you have to drop your loot and respawn by refilling your glass back up. I'm like, that sounds incredible. Bro.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing. I am so down for that. I think it's awesome.
I like it.
What?
Loot. Drop my what?
He said, did he just say drop your lube?
I never. Well, it's slippery. What are you gonna do? Can't blame me for that one.
Oh.
Oh my God.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. It's weird because it's not bad because anybody's grumpy and not getting along, or just like we're all just like, we're here today, we're really trying, and none of us have enough energy to even like kick or start something.
You know, it's bad.
No, here's what's bad. I was just gonna say,
yeah.
when we laugh at your jokes, and we laughed at your jokes consistently today.
It's like my humor's on, but everything else is off.
I just don't have the energy to be disappointed in you today.
There's always energy for that, sir. No, it's. I think that's what it is. There's so many pregnant pauses that I have an opportunity to sort through and go like, no, this is the one.
You're picking out the gems.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are running too slow. We need to speed it up, I think.
Dude, I'm not even on Windows 3.1 right now. Like, it's not good.
You know what's messed up though? This is going to be somebody's favorite episode because this is what makes us good sometimes.
In the last 3 months, one of my customers has gone through every one of our episodes.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Who?
His name's Joe.
I was going to ask if his name was Clotus, and he's Troy Harper's cousin.
And I was like, bro, how? He's like, I'm in the truck a lot. Got nothing else to do. I'm like, wait, you listen to 2 of them in a row? He's like, yeah, that's what I listen to when I drive around for work. And I'm like, no.
That's how I got through Cigar Authority. That's kind of what led to all of this in the first place. Yeah, that's a lot of junkies, man.
That's
congratulations, or I'm sorry,
Salud.
something.
All of the above.
But here's the thing: like, we're bad whenever we have too many of these types of shows in a row.
Yeah.
I think we can have one of these every once in a while. And without Jason being here, the last couple of shows have been kind of focused on what we should be talking about.
So
like
what you're saying
educational.
is I'm the problem.
That's what I said last week.
But even like that, like we were doing like the beer pairings and stuff like that. Like we were doing other stuff on the show, and then
Leads you
pivoted
to
back.
something.
And yeah, like we just had nothing today. Like we didn't have any cool lead-ins. I have no taste buds to tell you if this is good or not.
The cigar's average. It's not. I wouldn't throw it away.
Yeah, but it looks
I
big in
also-
a small guy's hand.
I also wouldn't pick it up out of the bathroom.
But it is burning
you
significantly
wouldn't know. It
slower
wouldn't
than
have the band on it.
like I honestly I thought these would be gone by now.
Yeah,
Me
And-
too.
it,
I looked at it when I lit it. I was like, it's going to be a short show.
I mean, we're almost an hour into the cigar.
I think this is actually strong for some people.
Yeah.
It's actually like right now I'm starting to get a little bit of a nicotine buildup in the back of the throat.
Getting that classic LFD.
Yeah, very much classic LFD. But it's not as aggressive as like your double Ajero and stuff. It's not going to hit you as soon as you start smoking it. But
Yeah, binder fillers, Dominican, the wrapper, San Andreas. So I'll tell you what, we're 53 minutes, 27 seconds into this little broadcast here. Tell me, Sam, about San Andreas tobacco.
So the biggest thing with San Andreas tobacco is it used to be called Mexican tobacco, and people wouldn't buy stuff because it said Mexican on it. So they changed it to San Andreas, and now everybody loves it.
and you could charge more
Really?
for
That's
it.
the most
yeah.
notable thing for
It's,
it. Yeah.
San Andreas is a city in Mexico.
Yeah.
San Andreas is also the name
Grand
of a
Theft
Grand
Auto.
Theft
Grand
Auto.
Theft Auto,
game.
yep.
And anytime anybody says San Andreas, I hear
That's what you
CJ in the back of my head going, "Oh, here we go
The
again."
little guy just riding his bicycle around your cigar.
That was my favorite thing to do in that game was ride the bicycle.
Dude, a lot of people got some thumb strength out of that because you couldn't just hold the thing.
So San Andreas is Mexican tobacco. That's it.
I was like,
So-
somebody found a way to accurately interpret why bicycles are not as good as cars is because it's a lot more work. And they put that in a video game.
Yeah.
And then people liked it. It's like a farming simulator. I didn't get the appeal. You know, if somebody's work to somebody else is like, yeah, this seems like a good
Yeah,
way to
this is
spend my
fun.
free time.
Yeah, but it's only the highlights of the work that are fun. Like,
Yeah, that's
I see
true.
what you're doing, Jason. I'm sorry. I'll come back to it.
No,
You're
it's
The
sorry?
other biggest notable feature of San Andreas tobacco
which this doesn't seem to have.
is that they are toothy. It's a little bit.
This
I don't
is
know. My
not very
eyes
toothy.
are horrible today.
No, there's very
But
little to it.
You know what toothy means
Yes,
on
I
a
do.
wrapper. So like bumpy,
Yeah.
like almost sandpapery kind of
Yeah.
quality to the
Right.
tobacco leaf. That is a typical characteristic of San Andreas, but it's not always.
Right.
And interestingly enough, when I was a super novice in cigars, I thought a toothy cigar was bad.
Oh,
No.
Like I thought that had meant like it was like growing junk on it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna smoke this.
no.
It's gonna make me grow
No.
junk on my junk.
It's, just another characteristic of the leaf. San Andreas typically is going to be a lot of cocoa, full body, but it's not going to be kick you in the butt. But
San Andreas is actually one of my favorite tobaccos.
Okay,
Neanderthal is San Andreas.
okay, gotcha.
So that's a good representation of a very toothy, very strong San Andreas.
Which Ryan Seneca is
Seneca
smoking,
smoking currently.
which is one of. I love that cigar.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that cigar.
I have those
It's
coming
the
in.
cigar that made my buddy barf.
Yeah. I have the Weaselitos coming in. So they're a small format of the Neanderthal.
Mhm.
It's like a 4x. They're little. I don't remember what the size is, but I'm curious to see how strong those are because
Okay.
you're going down in ring gauge, you're going down in size, so they're going to add more pep to it to get you there faster. And they're definitely one of the companies that the smaller the cigar, the more potent it is. Like the Hawks D, which is their 4x46. That thing's a killer.
It's way better than the Hawk Tua.
No, it's not. No, you take that back right now.
By the way, Ryan Seneca says he liked the gang wars, but we aren't talking about your Pornhub browsing history.
Ryan also said what you're smoking, the Neanderthal, is his second favorite Roma craft. What's your first favorite? The Clovis. I can't decide between the Neanderthal and the Aquitaine.
Yeah.
I like them both a lot. Another cigar related question that I had in my head, that something I need clarification on. People talk about like the cigar taste or something, but oily is something I get a lot.
Like a sheen.
What can you describe when somebody says, "Oh, it's an oily cigar"? What that means?
You can't tell if it's an oily cigar. It's an oily wrapper.
Yeah, if it's an oily wrapper, you're gonna notice it on. I mean, the aesthetics of it. Jake Wyatt actually has a lot of them that are real, like they have a very oily appearance to them.
Okay.
Shiny. So
No. Yeah, go ahead.
kind of opposite of San Andreas, right? San Andreas is toothy, so it's kind of
Toothy
a
and
very
very-
matte looking. Oily is like I said, it's a aesthetic characteristic of the cigar, just like the toothiness is. But the thing about that is you're looking at that thinking like, oh, okay, that's probably going to have a lot of flavor to it, because you've got a lot of, for it to still maintain that after all the fermentation means that it had to be a robust leaf in the first place, right? So for it to still have oil coming out of it, that means that's probably going to be a flavorful.
Yeah, so you're gonna get a good experience out of it. Now,
Scotty Robinson, what's up, buddy?
like the Icarus that uses that fire cured tobacco in it, that to me has an oily taste to it, because like it has, because the Kentucky fire cure process, it gets the oils from the smoke, right? Like the smoke's not there, obviously. It's the oils from the smoke depositing on it is what gives it that flavor. So it's a very oily tobacco that you don't get to see because it's in the filler. But that cigar specifically, it's almost like you can chew the smoke. Like it's such a dense smoke because it's so oily. And I think that oily cigars, that's what you get, is you end up getting more smoke that lingers and hangs like in your palate a lot
because
more.
that oil is producing smoke as well.
Well, and I think,
it's also retarding your combustion.
Yeah, so it's giving you just a lot more smoke production, again, to just increase density, and that increased density is going to give you a lot more flavors delivered at once.
I found another way for us to judge how bad our show is. And if we read every comment that Ryan Seneca puts into the chat room, that's probably a bad indication. With that being said, let me read Ryan Seneca's last comment. I've heard some manufacturers being accused of adding oil to their wrappers to improve shelf appearance. I would say that if you have a cigar guilty of that, you're very likely to see blue smoke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? You ever smoke a cigar and the smoke has like a bluish color coming off of it? It's because that's what's happening. You're
usually they
burning
added
that
something.
additive, and it's usually something that's trying to look a lot darker than it is. They also,
it's not usually oil either. It's propylene glycol.
Gross.
You have other ways of.
Not really. I mean, propylene glycol's in so much stuff. That's,
It's what vapes are.
yeah, it's not offensive.
Another way that they cheat the system is they'll bruise the leaf. So instead of using fermentation to get the darkness, they literally will put
Roll
them
it.
in a press and push them until they get that appearance, and they literally are bruising the tobacco.
I suspect some.
Really?
Yeah, very much.
Where'd your arm go, Sam?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I do believe one of the things you can notice when that happens is the coloring will be very, very all over the place. It won't be consistent. You'll have a lot of like really dark little spots in it.
Yeah.
Now that's not to say they're all like that, but you know, especially stuff like, I don't know, San Andreas, it does like to show that process.
What are you getting at, Sam?
Nothing. I just, I've seen it before. And that usually will tell you by like not getting as much of the matured cocoa notes, you'll get more strength out of it than you will the like the cocoa notes and the sweeter notes out of it. You'll get more of the strength brought to the front because it hasn't aged out. So it's false strength. You got more ammonia in it. You've got more byproducts in it. So you're going to get a different type of burn than you would normally get from a San Andreas.
That's actually something I've been noticing a lot in my cigars, like when that ammonia starts to kick in.
With that being said, if you're looking at a real dark tobacco and it is stupid consistent, that's all very dark.
Definitely fake.
That's fake because it's a leaf, man. It's a natural thing. You are going to have some difference in the color.
Yeah.
Right. You're not going to have it just be a perfect brown the whole way. You're going to see some color changes.
Yeah.
In your wrapper.
It starts off where one end of the leaf is more dense with nutrients than the other end of the leaf, which if you age it naturally and just hang it, they're gonna finish that.
If it looks, if your wrapper looks like brown construction paper, probably not a good sign.
So
it's probably gonna taste like it.
Eric was surprised to hear that when I said I have started noticing the ammonia in the cigars, he was surprised to hear that there is ammonia in the cigars. So Sam, would you like to explain that?
I can probably show it with this cigar. So one way to tell your ammonia content is to purge across a flame and watch for the pretty colored flame.
Oh, pretty colored
like all that,
flame.
The green and blue flame that just came off of that. That was me purging some of the ammonia off of it. All cigars have it. Ammonia is a natural byproduct. Anything alive has ammonia in it. So during the fermentation, that doesn't process out as fast as other stuff.
Yep.
It's not added to it. It's in the leaf from the.
It's gonna be like more bitter. It's gonna like mess up the back of your throat.
Yeah.
Have you ever got down to the end of a cigar, and not to try to be gross about it, but have you ever got down to the end of a cigar and you're like, man, that tastes like cat pee?
Yeah,
That's
what it is.
That's the ammonia in it.
Yeah, you're getting that ammonia is coming off there, and it's burning the whole time. But you're filtering. You know, we've talked about a bunch.
Pulling in.
Every time you smoke this part of the cigar, it has to come past this part of the cigar. So that's constantly building up in that last third usually. And that's why like the last third, some cigars you're like, this is the best part because it finally got to the strength level that like you really like it. It's not actually building in strength. It's you're increasing the ammonia, which is giving you more perceived strength.
Sure. But that cigar, you're building on everything.
Yeah.
So you're building the oils too.
Sure.
So the purpose of the fermentation process is to remove ammonia. And so like a good representation of that Candela, something that hasn't been.
It's a different type of fermentation.
It's different,
yeah.
But so like the whole point of aging and fermenting and putting through these cycles where the breathe in and breathe out humidity is to purge the characteristics that you don't want in a tobacco out. But you never get it all out, but you can take the perception of it away.
Sure. Yeah, that's what, like blowing through the cigar, that'll purge not a lot of it, but it'll kind of purge some of that stuff out of there. And
yeah. Yeah, and that's what it is you're building up that ammonia, you're starting to get more of that. And you know, certain companies use under fermentation to leave a little bit more of that ammonia than they should. And I say that very, very loosely with air quotes because like then they should to give it the sensation of extra strength. Some people do it very well and very balanced and they put that strength in there and they modify things that way. Other companies are more blatant about it and it's just like, here you go. Here's the punch in the throat that you said that you wanted because you wanted a really strong cigar. And that's what you get.
It's just like anything else, man. Like
it's personal preference. Yeah, on that.
Salt is good in the right quantity.
Yeah.
Too much salt is not. You know what I mean? Too little can be bad too.
What about bacon?
Bacon, there's no bad bacon.
Okay.
There's no wrong bacon.
I just want to make sure we were on the same page with that. Yeah. So his question was that even if he smoked a light cigar, is he going to have that? Yeah, you're going to have that same thing's going to happen. It's still aged because the cigar. So generally, the darkness in the leaf is going to be how much as a plant grows, right? Every night that plant releases oils to protect itself from the cold. Whether it gets cold or not, it releases oils. As soon as the sun comes out, it pulls those oils back in. And it's I'm sorry, I have that backwards. During the day, it puts those oils out to protect itself from the sun. and then it pulls those oils back in. If you have a shade leaf that's grown literally under shade, which is going to be like the Connecticut's, the lighter leaves that you're looking at, they don't get as much of that sunscreen. Those oils coming in and out, so it's not producing as much oil, which is why the strength is much lower on those 90% of the time.
This tastes like SPF 40.
Yeah, that's there, but not too much. But it's essentially, the plant creates its own sunscreen to protect itself from the heat and all that.
I create my own sunscreen too, if you guys want some. He's like, I'm not going to react to that one. I want you. I'm not gonna.
But yeah, so when they do shade leaves, they're grown in the shade for that purpose. So you're not going to get as much strength to it because it's not constantly building those oils. It's not in practice of working the muscle. It's not always opening and closing those, to release and contract those oils.
It's just like people.
Yeah,
people that are grown in the shade have a different color to them. Yeah, people that are grown in the sun, right?
Soylent Green is people.
It is.
It was a good question about that. Yeah. So it's the amount of nutrients in it to begin with is essentially what you're getting in that darker leaf. You're getting more nutrients and more stuff has happened with that leaf as opposed to a lighter leaf. It hasn't seen as much. And if you take the wrapper off of something like a Connecticut, the leaves are almost translucent. You can see basically right through them.
Yeah, I'm going to take since everybody else got a quarter in and I don't, you look at a dark one, you're like, oh, this leaf has seen some shit.
Yeah. It's been around a minute. It's seen some shit, bro.
It's got that 1,000-yard stare.
It's the Miller.
It's the Miller.
He don't know Miller.
Yeah,
One of these days, we got to get Miller just to come in, and we'll just do a whole show with no audio and just him staring into the camera.
We got to get like 3 people to do that and be like, meet the Millers.
No, just the one. Like it'll be like the YouTube video that what's the guy? I always remember not the actor's name, but the character name, Ron Swanson.
Oh yeah,
Rich Offerman.
Nick
Offerman. Nick. There you go. When Nick Offerman bought Lagavulin, he did like a 45-minute video on YouTube of him sitting in a leather chair in front of a fireplace, just tasting the whiskey over and over again, and never says a word.
That's all it is just him.
Yeah, and that'll be our YouTube with the most views. Is just Miller staring into the camera, uninterrupted, and you're gonna be like,
"Did you say he bought Lagavulin?"
Yeah, he's owned it. That's why there's the Rich Offerman, Nick Offerman edition.
Oh, I didn't know
him and his father bought the company a few years ago. He was like, I like this whiskey. I think I'm gonna buy it. And that's what I do too. For him. I buy it also, but I usually just buy one bottle.
Yeah,
he was like, nah, I'll take the whole distillery.
Take the whole thing.
More power to you.
Sam, what do you have in your pocket there?
He's just happy to see you.
Genevieve Cavalier, the White Series, and a Winston Churchill late hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just hanging on to them. Going to smoke those later?
I was going to smoke them yesterday, but I started off way more full body than either of these, and I only went up from there, so they were never an option.
Gotcha.
We did do
It's an option now.
Dude,
you're out of cigar.
I had a couple people tell me about them. I'd never seen them before, but the 4-packs of the Churchill Bellicosos, they're phenomenal. Yeah. I'm not a big Davidoff guy, but they're perfect because they're the right size, everything. Because I grabbed a pack and I was like, I'll take these to the stage AE with us for the Best of Pittsburgh thing. And me, Jason, his wife, and Britt, and there's 4 cigars in there. And, they're not too long, so we can stand outside, have a cigar, and then go back in. They were fantastic.
Yeah.
But like anything else, right? Was having a good time with people I liked, all that.
Which is why I wasn't there.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. People I liked. Some things just don't need to be stated. You're bald. Like, yeah, we know.
Well, the audio listeners don't, except for the fact that you guys always state it.
Well, you state it way more than we do.
I mean, your face is literally on the logo.
That's true.
But they don't know which one I am.
Oh,
they're aware.
It's the bald guy talking. I literally walked into Leaf and Bean in this strip one time, and the guy was like, "Oh, I like your shirt. I listen to that podcast." I was like, "Oh, thanks for your support." And he's like, "What? You're on the show?" And I was like, I'm this one.
Yeah, that's me.
Speaking of which, I'm wearing the old school one.
Yeah.
I haven't brought this one out of the woodwork in a while.
I like that it's patina.
Yeah. The other ones just have a bunch of holes at the bottom now.
Just
especially
shot.
the long sleeved ones. I guess the belt maybe puts holes in. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Not really sure where that comes from, but hey. So speaking of baldness, I've been trying really hard to find a Halloween costume that I could wear for the party at Lynn House.
I think you just draw a line down the middle of your head so you look like a butt.
It'd be better if I went to sleep with like a piece of string tied
There you go.
there, and then I could take it off, and the line would just stay.
I told
Would
him what
bulge
he should
on either
do.
side.
I told him what he should do.
Did you?
Yeah.
It sounds like something you would do.
Groove.
I'm looking at myself. I look like a monkey. The camera. I look down to see the delay, and I'm just.
I think you and BGD were doing partner costumes.
No,
Kangaroo and
that was
In
a
the
good
pouch?
idea too. Yeah. Here's the thing. Why
I'm telling you should be Gru, dude. Gru is such.
I can't do the voice. Also, I don't want to shave. I've heard that one too. But what I was thinking about, because I can't, what I really want
I
to
really
do.
like the minion idea. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's not bad. It's not bad. Again, the facial hair.
Yeah.
I guess I could paint my chin yellow and the rest of me.
Just paint yourself yellow. That'd be great.
Just like any
With
other
suspenders
Wednesday.
and call it a
oh
day.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but I've gone through a few things. My favorite costume idea is just for all the band members to wear Ghostbusters jumpsuits, and nobody bought on it. I even tried to convince Shannon to do it with me by dressing her dog up as Slimer, but she won't go. There's a Slimer costume for dogs. I thought she'd be in for
That's
sure,
awesome.
and she didn't bite on that. So, Louis though,
Go ahead, sorry.
I always call him Lucifer, right? That's my nickname for him. So the one day I was like, just for that show, we could be Lucifer and the Demons. And so now he's on it. He's like, I'm wearing devil horns. I won't do anything else. So I've looked into it. They do make suction cup devil horns. And I could go, bloop, bloop.
But instead of using devil horns, we've got them here for you. They're ready.
Yeah, I know.
They're already, come on, it'd be way better.
Nah.
It'd
But
be
then
more
I was
unique.
looking at it and I was like, well, if I get a bunch of these little devil horns, and
Like a crown of Sauron.
I was thinking more actually painting black and red for my face and doing the Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
You could be Heisenberg.
I could be Heisenberg quite easily, actually.
I'm going to take what Shannon said. She said Dr. Evil and Mini-Me for him and Corey. But I think you just do the whole band as Austin Powers characters.
The whole band won't. None of them will do any. Like I don't think Nick will wear anything.
It's
Louis,
a Halloween party.
I know.
Where's the production value
I
if you're not
know.
going to dress up
Louis
for
will
Halloween?
either wear
Oh
devil
my
horns or a
God.
wizard hat, and the Tim, the bass player, looks like Tim, the wizard from Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and he has that costume, so that's what he's going to wear with the goat horns. What you got there, Jason?
I was thinking you could do Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Yes, yeah, I told you that.
but I got an even better one.
I was going to get the leather vest.
If you can get a white beard and a turtle shell, you could be Master Roshi.
I don't know what that is.
Oh my God, he could
It sounds like Japanime. Is it Japanime?
It's a voice I've been working on lately. I'm debating whether or not I can do it right now.
If you can't, that would be better. Try it, and if it's bad, it'll be good. Why is there a turtle shell involved?
Because he's the
He's a
master
turtle
of the
hermit.
turtle hermit school
Oh.
of
Okay.
work hard, study.
That's pretty
yeah,
good.
Yeah, I can. What's he say?
That sounds like the KFC
work hard,
guy.
study well, eat, sleep, and be merry. This is the turtle hermit way.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I used that voice in San Medulla Oblongata.
Medulla oblongata.
No, it didn't quite work.
Master Roshi is also an enormous lecher, and that kind of fits.
Yeah.
It works. He doesn't need the turtle shell though. Just give him the black and white gi. That's enough. And the glasses.
Well, along the lines of wrestlers, I could be the Little Show.
The
The little show. I don't know what Gilbert is, Seneca. So.
Goldberg.
Did you mean Goldberg?
Goldberg is Stone Cold without a vest.
Yeah. Dude, you're 100% right.
It's
Yeah.
the same dude, just no vest. Somebody was like, "Oh, you have to get the knee braces." I was like, "That would be functionally helpful."
You could be Homer Simpson.
I guess I could just paint all of this that brownish color and go yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Again, I really do want to avoid any kind of face paint.
Yeah,
Because
that's a
I'm going to
pain later.
sweat it off. Hats are not great either, but I will wear one. But if I was going to do face paint, I was going to do Kratos from God of War, just the red stripe.
Yeah.
The problem is everybody at that show is going to be so old, nobody will
Nobody's
know what
gonna
it
know
is.
who Kratos
None of
is.
these guys have ever played a video game other than Space Invaders and Pac-Man.
There's your Gilbert. Jason, turn your head.
Oh yeah. It is the
Okay,
midget
yeah.
version, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't think that's the first time he's said it and had to pull it up.
Ryan Clement goes, we have definitely said Gilbert on here before.
Oh yeah.
Now,
That
this isn't the
picture he
first.
held up looks like a dump that John Curcio took.
Why don't you go as Curcio? You could have fun with that.
Uncle
But he has
Fester.
hair.
Uncle Fester'd be a good one.
I've said that too, but I'd have to shave.
1,000 times
Fester would be
yes.
super easy. Shannon, that's a great idea. Maybe
To the
you
Addams
could get
Family?
some temporary color in your hair, and she could curl her hair, and I'll get a hat like that and shave the handlebar mustache, and we could go as
That's
the Curcios.
what I'm saying. Go as
Yeah.
the Curcios.
That'd be pretty good.
You could have fun with that.
Pretty good, yeah. I could just take my shirt off and be Kazora.
That's been done.
Every song I sing would just be. Yeah.
No, that's one.
Everybody that doesn't know these people is very lost right now.
I am. We're trying to figure out what, because last year for the Halloween party here we did TV show characters. And
Yeah.
that was the theme. So I
Yeah.
don't know what we're going to do this year. I don't know if
That's where I should have been Homer Simpson, but Shannon wouldn't put her hair up and make it blue. That was
and I respect that the same way you don't want the face paint. Like this is a pain.
Shannon wanted to be Popeye in olive oil, but I'm like, I'm a few years past that. There was a point in time when my arms were good enough that I could pull that up, but now I need the inflatables. It'd be hard to play. So the other thing I was looking at is like, okay, if we did the Ghostbusters, there's a really awesome inflatable Stay Puft Marshmallow costume. And I even sent the picture to the band. I was like, you guys think I could play guitar while wearing this? Nick's like, not an acoustic.
Nope, not today. No, I'm trying to think of like a fun theme for it. Maybe just do movies.
Corey could do adult Charlie Brown.
Good grief.
Grown up Charlie Brown.
That would be an easy costume, bro.
Yeah, you just have to draw a little squiggle on your
No,
head.
because he's grown up, so the squiggle is gone.
Oh,
I just need the shirt.
Yeah, the shirt with the little the zigzag on it.
Yeah, that's actually. I mean, that's a layup right
And
there.
Shannon could just walk around holding a football the whole time.
Now, if Shannon was going to go with you, she'd have
She
to
is.
be Sally.
I don't know which one's what.
Sally's the one who had the crush on Charlie Brown. She called him my sweet baboo. And
Okay. I only know Peppermint Patty and the girl that always pulled the football away when he tried to
that's
kick it.
Lucy.
Lucy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Linus, Pigpen,
Or
Charlie.
we could just cut the whole thing and just be actual Peanuts. Because I could be Mr. Peanut. Give me a top hat and a monocle.
that would actually be pretty awesome.
Mr. Peanut would be pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could pull off. So what are you doing for Halloween? I'm sure you have some elaborate scheme you're pursuing.
I actually don't. Halloween's normally when we have my birthday party, and I don't know what I'm doing this year. Maybe
enough.
come here.
Okay.
You know, if you're going to have a Halloween party.
On the 26th, I know where you could go.
Yeah, that's Leaning House is 26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shannon actually said it is an awesome idea, but she's like, "Oh, we could be Rick and Morty." I was like, "Yeah, but you're taller, so it'd have to be Morty."
Now,
Oh,
100%,
jeez.
you need to be Rick and
Yeah.
Morty.
Jeez.
Yep.
Yep. You have to be Morty, dude.
Shannon gets to be
Yep.
Rick. You get to be
I
Morty.
have to wear a wig and shave. Everything's a wig and a shave, man.
You don't have to shave.
Didn't President Morty at one point have a
Not
goatee?
President Morty. There were some that had it though.
Yeah, I mean it's a multiverse, dude. You could do literally anything. With
We could
Morty.
all be Mortys. You could be Cowboy Morty.
Cowboy Morty. I'm Cowboy Spice.
Remember the one they're throwing the stuff in the well? On the episode where I forget the name of the thing where all the Ricks and Mortys live. And he's like, "All right, Fat Morty." He's like, "Fat Morty, I thought I was, Checker Morty or something, whatever." He thought I had this other thing, and he found out he was Fat Morty.
Oh,
Yeah. All right.
That's the glory of the multiverse. There's infinite number
Indeed.
of Mortys.
I used to play there was a mobile game that was a Rick and Morty game that it was like Pokemon, where Rick was going around catching Mortys.
Nice.
It was pretty good.
It
was actually a really good game.
That's one of the few things that I always meant to do and never did, and I'm sure it's horrible, but I got to do it anyway. There's a PSVR Rick and Morty game, and I really need to get.
It's going to be terrible, but you got to do it.
Absolutely.
My old business partner's son had it, and I played it for like an hour in their basement. It was pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. What's the game that they play in the life where it's like Tim or something is the name of it? Where you go in and you live a lifetime, and that's the game.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's not Tim.
I don't remember what it was. Yeah. Yeah, it's Jeff or something.
You got the keyboard and stuff, bro.
But no,
it's Roy.
Roy, yeah.
Roy.
He's taking Roy off the grid. He doesn't have a social security number.
Yep.
And then Rick's giving him grief over. He's like, "Oh man, you beat cancer just to go back to the carpet store. What the hell?"
Well, I love the Die Hard episode.
Are you doing a Die
Are
Hard?
you doing a Die
Are
Hard?
you doing a Die Hard?
Do you know what a Die Hard is? Yes, I do.
He's like, you can't just walk around saying Die Hard.
Die Hard.
He's like, Die Hard. Pew.
You know, I think Sam could do an entire show by himself if he just sat there and did voices. Could have just a conversation with himself.
Like if it was audio only, I think I could pull it off.
We could also, like, as long as we're doing this series, like we have the Miller Show where he just says nothing and looks at the camera. He just does voices to himself. I'll get on and just go. Every word's just going to be Die Hard. I think
that's it.
Actually, that would be funny to take an existing episode such as this one and just every time somebody's mouth is moving, replace the dialogue with Die Hard.
Die Hard.
That'd be pretty good. I'd be all right with that.
The problem is you can't really see our mouths if we do it right. And since we got that comment, I've actually been like really working on being in the mic.
Yeah.
So, nah.
Die Hard.
Die Hard. Seneca's.
You mean the one where they're like, we can't hear that one guy?
Yeah.
And that other dude has so much bass in his voice that it rumbles my
I
ears.
noticed he had to come down to be like, yeah, get you some. Wow, chicken wow. Seneca said, give me some Red Bull and give Sam some Red Bull and watch the magic happen.
As long as I'm painting myself yellow, I could get some little ears, and Shannon could be a Pokemon trainer. She'd just walk around throwing a Pokeball at me all the time. Like, Pika, Pika, Pikachu, Pika, Pika.
Oh my God.
I could be a mean Squirtle. I'd go back to the turtle shell.
Nah, dude, see, the whole Squirtle thing, I got a problem with that one.
See, if you were really into the gag, man, you could grow your hair out, shave your goatee, and
George Costanza.
do George Costanza.
I don't know if I have enough time for George Costanza.
You need to be Troy Harper. You just dress as Troy Harper for it and honor him in all ways, Troy.
It'd be pretty easy. Just get like a
AC/DC t-shirt.
Iron Maiden t-shirt.
Iron Maiden.
A hat like Jason's.
Yeah.
And but I need a beard. More of a beard.
It's all right. Yeah. Borrow Jason's.
He
has the same patina to it.
I get a temporary tattoo of the logo on my tramp stamp region.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. With a set of handlebars off of it, though. Like it's got to be the logo with handlebars.
I thought I was like I could commit. I thought you were actually talking about putting like tricycle handlebars on my pants.
Two things can be true.
Yeah, that'd be all right. Yeah, no.
Oh,
no, sir.
Hi, Troy Harper. How are you?
There he is. Somebody said his name too many times.
And he shall appear.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, we went that route, but again, I'd have to face paint and wig, and that would just be horrible. A horrible way to play a show.
I did it once. I like painted my face up like a zombie. By the end of the show, it was all like running down my face.
Yeah. He looked like a juggalo by the end of it. He might have looked like a juggalo at the beginning of it.
Yeah,
actually.
Chances are he was there. So, final thoughts on the stick?
New name for the episode. The boys spend 30 minutes discussing what Corey should be for Halloween. No good ideas were come up with.
Final thoughts on the stick. It was okay.
I don't know what the price point is on it either. Do you have any idea?
Under 15.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Way under 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. There's
9
nothing
to
bad
12,
about it.
probably.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't
Just
want to.
stop. Take your hat off.
No.
Take your hat off.
It's not just my hair.
Mama said, I like to look at the
My head
pause.
has that shape, not just my hair.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Why do you think I normally am conscious enough to do it like this? Yeah,
I gotta clip that
it's bad. I look like a
Ryan Seneca.
penis.
no, one of the bad guys from Mario.
A Koopa Troopa?
Koopa Troopas from the movie,
yeah, from the
with
movie.
with the horns coming out like that. Yeah, but no, that's actually the shape of my skull now. Like it, that's the shape of my head from the cowboy hat for so many years.
So here's something messed up. Like streamers and gamers and stuff,
Yep, they get that
are
line.
starting to get a dent that runs perpendicular on their head from where the
Headphones are all the time.
constantly sit. And the terrible part about it is I've got it.
Oh yeah,
I absolutely have it.
He said as he pointed to where the headphones are sitting on his head.
Yeah.
If I did that, that feeds right into your butt idea.
draw a
It'd be a
line.
really, really nice.
Now you got to draw a line down the middle of your head.
Just get a little star
Seneca
sticker
said
in
that
the
my
middle.
hair looks like his Glock sights.
Sam's hair looks like my Glock sight.
Yeah, it's terrible. I know.
I was like,
Just as deadly too.
as fast as you said that, I was kind of out of it, and I'm like going through the periodic table. I'm like, Glock sight. What is that?
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, I had to put the
Yeah.
space between the words, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, all right. I'm with
Yeah.
you. I'm with you.
Glock
So the
sight's
cigar was
the new,
all right.
the new element.
I would smoke it for free, and I would buy it in a situation where I didn't have a lot of options in a humidor because it's not a bad cigar. It's a decent
Wasn't
stick.
a bad cigar at all.
If you asked me to give you $8 for it, I'd be like, yeah, all right, maybe, depending on the other selection. You know what I mean? But it just depends on your taste, like anything else. It burned pretty well for as small as it is at the end there, but I still ran out.
I'd take it as a golf cigar.
You ain't gonna get 128 out of it. I'll tell you that. An hour and 28 minutes because mine's all gone.
Oh, mine's been gone for about 28 minutes.
Jeez.
Yeah.
A real gentleman would have been like, "Here, guys, I got sticks in my pocket.
Yo, I ain't getting these.
I ain't just
I didn't
happy
think
to
so.
see you."
Now,
Well, you got another pocket. You couldn't have loaded it up.
I could have, but I don't like you that much. So
So who didn't
kinda
weigh in?
stuck.
That's clear, very clear,
Sam?
very obvious.
No, I really like I said, my taste buds are pretty well shot today. By the end, I was starting to actually like get some taste for it. I got some of the San Andreas characteristics, but not many of what I normally expect. Strength wise, when I hear LFD, I think one way, and that cigar was completely the other. But I couldn't taste enough of it to actually say I did have a lot of problems keeping it lit. So
Really?
yeah,
It wasn't me this time.
nah, yeah, I was having. I think I relit 5 or 6 times. So
What are we smoking next week? Yeah, I love whenever I ask Samuel a question and I never get a response.
yeah,
Because it's generally what happens. I shoot him a text message and it's like, yeah, 4 days later.
That's all right. You sent me a text message last night, and then you didn't know why you sent it to me.
so
That's fair, but I had to recall the circumstances of when I sent. I'm looking at it. I'm like, when did I send that message? 12:15 a.m.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think it was getting ready. I wasn't quite ready for bed yet. I was down in the garage after the show, and I had, it was a wild night, and I remembered I texted you to see if you were at work because I figured if you were at work, you wouldn't be here. That's what I was feeling out for.
gotcha.
They got me.
Next week we will smoke an Aladino Lancero. We each get to pick which one we want.
Okay.
Cool.
That sounds like a party.
Just something different. We'll
Sure.
smoke a Lancero. We can go over Lancero etiquette and all
Triceradino.
that stuff. Triceradino.
Gotcha.
Well
That's
played.
the name of the show already. We will be smoking that, I imagine, at 9 a.m.
It will
instead
be
of
a 9
9:30.
a.m.
Oh,
show
look
next
at
week
that, look
because
at
we
that.
got the Pole of Liberty next week.
Nice.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, it didn't. No, just no. Please
you
stop. Stop.
You just
stop.
made me think of
let
4th of July at Eric's house.
Pork Sword Nation.
Oh,
lot of thumbs up from that region today. So, with that being said,
yeah.
I'm
How's it
sorry to everybody who experienced this today.
Welcome to the Cigar Junkies
But if you like
podcast.
experience
we support the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
liquor, guns, beer, titties, hey, I'm in.
He's He's like, all right, I'm back. You were like trying to convince yourself, I'm straight. What are the things?
Yeah, what are they? Okay, that's
Well,
it.
guys, the show started the same way it ended. If you're still here, I'll give you your money back. I'm sorry. Thanks for hanging out with us. Join us next week at 9 a.m. when we smoke random Aladino Lanceros.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Salud.